Welcome to Armand's training video on business email compromise. In today's training video, we're going to cover what is a business email compromise, what's the impact to your business of a business email compromise, the different tools and techniques that cybercriminals use, different types of attack scenarios, signs of a BEC attack in your organization, and key steps to prevent a business email compromise attack. What is a business email compromise? A business email compromise is a highly sophisticated phishing attack that targets many organizations like yours through emails. The primary objective of a business email compromise is to deceive your employees or individuals into providing sensitive information or to initiate fraudulent financial transactions. The cybercriminals behind the BEC scams or attacks, they often deploy various techniques like social engineering, spoofing, conversation hacking to make their emails appear legitimate. And once they're successful, these attacks can result in devastating financial loss for your business. When it comes to a BEC attack, the repercussions can be severe and far-reaching. First is loss of private data. A BEC attack can result in losing or compromising critical private data. This includes customer information, financial records, or intellectual property and trade secrets. The exposure of such data can have severe legal or operational consequences. Next is the damage to your reputation. A successful BEC attack can tarnish your company's reputation, erode trust or confidence amongst your customers and clients, vendors, partners, and stakeholders. The fallout from such an incident can have long-lasting effects on your brand image and your current customer relationships. Then there's non-compliance and fines. BEC attacks can lead to non-compliance within your industry regulations and can result in substantial fines and legal penalties. The failure to protect sensitive information adequately within your business can expose you to costly lawsuits or regulatory sanctions. Then there's the devastating financial loss for the organization. The financial ramifications of an attack can be staggering. Cybercriminals, they aim to deceive your employees into making unauthorized payments or wire transfers, which can lead to substantial monetary losses. These types of losses can disrupt your cash flow and hinder your business operations. Tools and techniques. The cybercriminals utilize various methods to execute their attacks. You can better defend yourself against these if you understand their tools and techniques. First is social engineering. Cybercriminals leverage psychological manipulation to deceive employees into acting or divulging sensitive information. Through their social engineering tactics, they exploit the human vulnerabilities to gain unauthorized access or tricking the employee into making a fraudulent transaction. Then there's spear phishing. Spear phishing involves targeted email attacks where the cybercriminals carefully tailor the message to appear legitimate from a trustworthy source. They impersonate trusted companies or individuals that will trick you into sharing your sensitive information or opening a malicious attachment or clicking on an infected link. Spoofing. Spoofing is a technique that's used to manipulate the email sender identity, making it appear as if the email originated from someone you trust. The cybercriminals forge the from address and imitate reputable people or organizations or customers and deceiving you to believe that the email is legitimate. Then there's conversation hacking. In some of these email attacks, the cybercriminals monitor your email conversations or infiltrate your email accounts and gain insight into what's going on in your discussions and transactions. And by compromising legitimate email threads, they inject fraudulent instructions and alter information that can lead to financial loss or unauthorized access. BEC attack scenarios. BEC attacks come in various forms. Each of these are designed to deceive and exploit your organization. So let's explore some of them. First is the urgent payment request or invoice scam. The cyber criminals create a sense of urgency, tricking you into making immediate payments or transferring funds into fraudulent accounts. They often impersonate vendors or clients and cause financial losses. Executive impersonation scams. The cyber criminals impersonate high-ranking executives within your company, such as a CEO or CFO or even HR. They carefully craft emails and manipulate the employee into disclosing sensitive information and therefore enabling them to make unauthorized transactions. Credential or information fraud. The attacker employs various tactics to obtain login credentials or personal information. Then they use this information to gain unauthorized access into your company systems and compromise your accounts or even perpetrate identity theft. Misrepresentation scams. In this scenario, the attacker poses themselves as a trusted individual or company outside of your organization. They exploit your relationships to trick your employees into revealing confidential data or, again, executing a fraudulent action. Then there's the gift card scam. The cyber criminals coerce people into purchasing gift cards, claiming they're for the company purpose or a reward for an employee. However, these gift cards are actually used for the cyber criminals' personal gain. To protect your organization from a BEC attack, you got to be vigilant and recognize the signs. Keep an eye out for the following clear indicators. First is the poor spelling and grammar and punctuation in phishing email messages. They often contain language errors and inconsistencies. However, with AI now, this is going to be harder to spot. AI tools will be able to be used to correct spelling and grammar and punctuation. Then there's the unusual formatting of a domain in the message that deviates from your typical sender's email domains. Urgency and rush transactions. BEC attacks are always exploiting that sense of urgency, creating pressure to manipulate people into making hasty decisions. Then there's improper greeting or signature. Emails that you normally get, you might recognize how people greet or sign their emails. And if you recognize it's a little bit different, it could be a sign of a BEC attack. Others are email-only communication. If an email comes through and they only want to communicate with you via email or insist on only getting back to them via email, that can be a sign of a fraudulent attack. And then unusual fund requests. Always exercise caution when you're confronted with a payment request or a transfer to any uncommon address or just unusual methods. And then a non-official email address, not originating from a domain that you would recognize. Okay, so this is an example of an email. This will give you some of the examples I just described. Number one is the from, impersonating Microsoft. This is not an actual valid Microsoft domain that they would use. Number two is the salutation, hello customer, probably not something that would come from Microsoft. And the sense of urgency, your account information has been compromised. Please update your account information immediately. Again, showing you that sense of urgency, that should be a red flag. The spelling of security update, that is misspelled. And then again, click this link now, urgency, and the link that they're sending you to is an improper link as well. Okay, so by now it's pretty clear that BEC attacks are severely detrimental to an organization. However, adopting proactive measures can help you safeguard your organization against these types of financial and reputational losses. Here's some steps that you can take to implement some change in your organization. First off is educating your employees. The employees are the first line of defense against any of these types of attacks. Providing a comprehensive training program for them and emphasizing the red flags and warning signs of these types of attacks will show some positive results. You want to foster a culture of open communication where employees feel empowered to report suspicious emails or activities. And then you can create a united front against the threats and arm your team with knowledge. Understanding what to look out for to effectively combat these types of scams. It's crucial for everyone to know the types of tactics that are employed by these cyber criminals. Without knowing what you're defending against, the chances of you falling for these nefarious traps is pretty high. And then strengthening your defenses. You want to make sure you're deploying robust internal prevention controls and techniques to fortify your organization's defenses against these types of scams. Implementing advanced email filtering and multi-factor authentication and securing email gateways, as well as regularly updating and patching your software and your systems to protect against these vulnerabilities that cyber criminals exploit. Okay, we've come to the end of our training video, and now it's time to take action and protect your business. So, Armon Networks offers a comprehensive cybersecurity training program that can equip your employees with the knowledge and skills to defend against these BEC attacks and other social engineering scams. Please reach out to your account manager or reach out to our sales department and find out more about starting a cybersecurity training program within your organization for your employees. You can reach out to us via email at sales@armonnetworks.com, or you can reach us by phone at 800-706-7666. Thank you again for attending our training video, and good luck protecting yourself against these cyber criminals. Thank you.